There has never been a better time to turn to our phones for gaming. Their screens are bigger and brighter than ever, and more of them are offering fast refresh rates on the display for smoother visuals. The power inside the best gaming phones also make them as capable as ever at running popular mobile games locally, while 5G connectivity and faster Wi-Fi 6 improves the experience on the ever-improving cloud gaming services, including Nvidia GeForce Now and Xbox Game Pass. The market for gaming is also getting extra spicy. It's not just brands known for making gaming gear like Asus that are churning out compelling options, so you won't be limited to just over-the-top, sometimes gaudy gaming phones to get a smartphone capable of offering a compelling gaming experience. We have listed the top 5 gaming phones and the key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. Links to all products with the best prices mentioned in the video are in the description below. You could also find a more detailed analysis and a comparison tool on our website, guidinggear.com. Number 5. OnePlus 10 Pro. The OnePlus 10 Pro is pretty hefty, but that means plenty of room for its gorgeous 6.7-inch 2K AMOLED screen that's just crying out for gaming or streaming. It's powerful too, thanks to the gaming phone's favorite Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip that means the OnePlus 10 Pro needs to include a cooling system to keep things more manageable. It even takes great photos altogether. That's not exactly the priority here. Elsewhere, there's middle-of-the-road battery life, but a full day of charge is sufficient. Even better, depending on where you live, you might get 80-watt charging, which makes a huge difference. Number 4. Nubia RedMagic 7 Pro. The Nubia RedMagic 7 Pro is an absolute beast of a gaming phone. You're getting some incredibly powerful components in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, up to 18GB of RAM, and 120Hz AMOLED display, which all coverage to create a mobile gaming experience like no other. With a 90Hz multi-finger touch sampling rate keeping your on-screen movements clean and precise, and a set of shoulder buttons sitting on top of the device itself, inputs feel snappy and comfortable. While these shoulder buttons are touch-based rather than relying on the actuation of a physical clicker, they quickly merge into muscle memory. Add RedMagic's own Red Core 1 chip to direct non-essential processing takes away from the Snapdragon chipset, and the 20,000 RPM fan keeping everything cool, and we found that not only is the 7 Pro incredibly powerful on paper, but it also manages to squeeze every last ounce of juice out of its components as well. While we were frustrated with some of the many navigations and everyday software bugs still present in our test device, the 7 Pro still managed to hold its own as a standard smartphone on top of its gaming prowess. Sure, the cameras won't be competing with the likes of the Samsung Galaxy range or the iPhone 13 Pro, but with the 120-watt fast charging and a solid battery life, there's plenty going on here. The Nubia RedMagic 7 Pro is the best gaming phone for those on the hunt for the most powerful device on the market. Number 3. iPhone 13 Pro Max. When it comes to gaming on iOS, the 6.7-inch iPhone 13 Pro Max is the one to beat. Apple's 5nm A15 Bionic is one of the most powerful chipsets on the market right now and can handle just about anything you can throw at it without a hint of a stutter or lag. And our benchmarks back that up too. Importantly, the iPhone 13 Pro Max supports a gorgeous Super Retina XDR display that makes games look incredible on the iPhone, whether they're free-to-play titles or the latest Apple Arcade exclusives. It's also one of the first iPhones to make the jump to a variable 120Hz refresh rate, offering the buttery smooth refresh rate and improved response time that makes Android rivals so strong. There's also up to a whopping 1TB of storage available, so you can carry an entire library of mobile games in your pocket, and the battery life is the best of any phone to date for longer play sessions. The catch? It's on the expensive side and you don't even get a charger in the box. Number 2. Asus ROG Phone 5. There's no doubt that the Asus ROG laptops are some of the best in the business for gamers, and the similarly branded smartphones are doing the business as well. The 5th version of Republic of Gamer handsets bring with it a number of improvements, including a 144Hz refresh rate screen and touch sampling rate of 300Hz, while also keeping everything we liked about the previous model. This phone is absolutely stacked with power. Not only does it come with the very best CPU for Android phones, you can also get it fitted with a whopping 16GB of RAM, which is a crazy amount. You could probably run 3 games side by side on this device without noticing any sort of slowdown. There's a lot more to like as well, including customizable buttons on the side of the Asus ROG Phone 5 and a dedicated gaming mode in the software to make sure you're always getting maximum performance. The 6.78-inch display is a real highlight too, running at a refresh rate of 144Hz to make sure that the action on the screen always looks super smooth. Number 1. Google Pixel 6 Pro. You wouldn't think that a Google phone would end up in a list of the best gaming phones, but Google delivered with the Pixel 6 Pro. Thanks to the excellent display and surprisingly good performance from the new Tensor chip, the Pixel 6 Pro is certainly a good choice for your next gaming phone. But that's not all. Not only does the Pixel 6 Pro perform well in games and benchmarks, but it also excels at being a normal phone too. It might lack some of the fancy features other gaming phones have, but it supports the best cameras you can get on an Android phone. After all, you probably want your phone to do other things well too. If you had to level one complaint against the Pixel 6 Pro, it'd be the disappointing battery life. While the battery is certainly large enough to go for hours, the phone for some reason turned it into a lackluster result in our battery life testing. But in our day-to-day use, the phone is just fine, even with intense games and Xbox Game Pass. Buying guide. As with all things, choosing the right gaming phone is a matter of priorities. If you're after the best performance, you'll want a phone with the Snapdragon 8 series chipset or Apple's A15 Bionic. Emphasis on the Snapdragon, as Qualcomm's best silicon for Android phones is available in devices from a number of manufacturers. But what about high refresh rates? That's something you'll only find on the more expensive end of the market, though it's a feature that'll surely descend to more modestly priced phones over time. Panels rated at 90Hz and above offer smoother scrolling and overall graphics than conventional screens, making you feel as if every swipe, tap, and action is eliciting a response with no delay. If you're an especially serious competitive gamer, higher refresh rates will ensure you won't miss any of the action. Of course, the more a device is geared towards gaming with appropriate features, the more phone makers ignore other considerations. While battery life is central to gaming, you'll have a tougher time finding gaming phones with great camera, hardware, and software, or perhaps conveniences like wireless charging and water resistance. If those things are more important to you, you may want to focus your research on the more powerful handsets in this video that aren't strictly intended for gaming, but can still very much hold their own, like the OnePlus 10 Pro and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Let us know in the comments which model works for you the best and why. Thank you for watching the video, and that is all for this one. If you find this video helpful in any way, give a huge thumbs up, stay tuned for the upcoming videos by subscribing to our channel. Hope to see you in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.